Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Curb Street. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Hurricanes offense comes on the field first today. Everything that happens on this field today is just heightened, Kurt, because it happens on this amazing stage at the foot of the San Gabriel Mountains. Nothing like it. Nothing like it to me in all sports. We've been calling this game for such a long time, and I think we both agree it's one of our favorite games to call each year. And when we get a good matchup like this, it makes it that much better. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here. Important second down play coming up. The offense with some pre-snap motion. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he'll get the first-down yards before they finally bring him down. Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have at this running back position. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision and giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw. Looking to pass here on second down. Catch made over the middle. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The Hurricanes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around to give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches. And the Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it here. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down. And the quarterback dropping back. And now trapped behind the line. It'll be a short loss. Of course, what a play here by this linebacker to come up with this sack. I love the call to be able to blitz him here, to be able to put pressure on the quarterback. And over the years, my gosh, I don't know if there's another school in the country that's had as many linebackers with a playmaking ability as Penn State. Micah Parsons most recently, but going back to LeVar Arrington and Sean Lee and Paul Posluszny. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Hurricanes. Offense off to a great start. And they'll set up with a PAT. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling. Here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. He'll hand it off. Gets some space around the 30. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll feed the back again. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Locates the tight end. It's complete. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. The Nittany Lions looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the defense brings him down.
Oh, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two.
Well, this offense better get it together. First sack of the game, and it's by a defensive back to try to set the tone.
3rd and goal, looking to throw for it. He's moving out of the pocket, and he's brought down there.
QB just ran out of options. He decides to take matters into his own hands and takes off on that scramble. I thought he might come close to getting it to the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They really had the defense off balance in the last possession, mixing the run and pass extremely well. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. They moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Solid run. Tackled to the 45-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Gives it to the back. Using a strong stiff arm. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good, too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? An inside give now from the shotgun. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Trying to extend the play. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The offense knocking on the door with a first and goal. Handoff from the shotgun. When they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Second down, we're going to throw it. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
So they get stopped trying to run the ball on first and goal. Now they take a sack here on second down. Offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on this defensive coordinator because right now the defense seems to have the upper hand.
The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Just about 20 seconds remaining here in the half as they'll line up on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. And completion makes it second and short. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the junior quarterback inaccurate that time. Grew up behind the receiver. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. One more play before they head to the locker room. First down. They're going to throw the football. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down to the 27-yard line. The Canes will kick it off to begin the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. And they get the second half started with the running play. It's a 2-yard gain. Second and 8. Nittany Lions looking to use the up-tempo offense here. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Trying to create outside the pocket now. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. And the Nittany Lions will have to kick it away. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. See if he can make something happen with the return. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They love to produce some points and build this lead, but also work on the clock here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Hands off to the left. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just wanted to battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Send the back in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes a quick grab. Completion gains about 6 yards, but now it's a 4th down call.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The Canes will come to the line, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. 1st down here for this offense. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. They pressure him and sack him. Side the 10.
Love the call here by the defensive coordinator to be able to call this linebacker blitz to come up with a sack. And over the years, Penn State blitzes these backers and are more effective than maybe any school in the country.
Here's a screen pass to the running back. And the screen doesn't produce a 1st down. Good work by the defense. Now it's 4th down.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And this will be fair caught at the 35-yard line. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. That is a big play. Finally brought down to the 44. The Nittany Lions looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Great accuracy here by the quarterback, hitting his receiver in stride on that slant, and it gave him a chance to pick up some yards after the catch.
He'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, I thought he might shake free there. He's able to break one tackle, but give credit to the secondary. Good job of coming up with run support.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. This throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They'll stop at the short. The completion gained 5 yards, but brings up fourth down. And Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats where we have a chance. They'll kick it away here. And the kick bounces and goes out of bounds down near the goal line. Outstanding work by the punter. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Tackle, but first down.
That's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. The shotgun running play call. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Boy, this guy just keeps playing good football. He's like a bowling ball out there. Gets low pad support, running over top of defenders. Just a pretty runner, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. They bring him down, but that is a huge play for this passing game. Big game.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Tight end goes in motion. They'll hand it off. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Open. Costly hold, nullifies the play, backs him up 10 yards. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
This drive was already chewed more than 3 minutes off the clock. They'll come up on second down now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
We head now to the 2-minute warning. to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Here we are late in a close game. Crucial play coming up, 3rd and long. And now the running back's got it again. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And he knocks that one right through. And they add to their lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Defense is coming after him. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He's running out of time here. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he's got it. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a 4th down completion. The pass rush closing in. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense. The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Defense are going to keep the pressure up on this 3rd down. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. In the clear at the 25. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They can put the game away right here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. An extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the 4th. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Returner tackle right there. That's when we'll start the drive. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. The throw complete to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. The offense spikes the ball here, looking to preserve as much clock as they can. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. It's intercepted, trying to fire it into a tight window. They get him down after a short return, but interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of